Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on C programming. In this part we will learn about command line arguments. Now what are command line arguments? So the command line arguments come in this argv, which is a pointer to character array, written as pointer to character array, but actually it is pointer to pointer. And then we have argc, which is argument count and argument value. So we iterate over length of this particular pointer to pointer argc and print all the elements of argv. Now, how do we know that argv contains only argc number of arguments? This is given in specification. So main can have two signatures. Either it can be void or it can have argc, argv as arguments. Now, if they are declared, that is argc, argv are declared, the parameters to the main functions shall obey the following constraints. Argc shall be non-negative, cannot be less than 0. Argv, argc shall be null pointer. Makes sense because our arrays are 0 based index. So at most it will have subscripted argc minus 1 elements. If the value of argc is greater than 0, the array members argv0 through argc minus 1 inclusive shall contain pointer to strings which are given implementation defined values by the host environment. We are in a hosted environment, like our operating system is our host prior to program startup. Now this is implementation defined, so you should either consult the OS manual or you should consult the compiler manual, which is GCC in our case. The intent is to supply to the program information determined prior to program startup from elsewhere in the hosted environment. If the host environment is not capable of supplying strings with letters in both uppercase and lowercase, the implementation shall ensure that the strings are received in lowercase. So if there is no distinction between uppercase and lowercase, everything will be treated as if the input has come in lowercase. If the value of argc is greater than 0, the string prior to the argv0 represents the program name. argv00 shall be null character if the program name is not available from the host environment. So if argc is 0, then argv0 will be the program name. But if argc is not 0, then it gives you the first argument. If the value of argc is greater than the 1, the string point to by argv1 through oops, I made a mistake, I guess. So for example, okay, so argv0 will contain the program name always. argv0 will always be the program name. Hang on. If the values of argc is greater than 0, so it doesn't say greater or equal than 0, the string pointed to by argv0 represents the program name. argv00 shall be a null character if the program name is not available from the host environment, which is not the case for ourselves, because we will have program name available from the host environment. If the value of argc is greater than 1, the strings pointed to by argv1 through argc minus 1 represents the program parameter, that is argv0 will be the program name. The parameters argc, argv and the strings pointed to by the argv array shall be modifiable by the program and retain their last stored values between the program startup and program termination. That is why we don't have any const char. So let's run this program. I have already compiled this. So argv0 is always the program name, how you have run the program, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all about command line arguments. Sorry for the confusion about argv0, because argv0 is always the program name. I'm terribly sorry for that. argv0 will always be the program name, and then further arguments will be there. And note that argc is null pointer, because our argc is how much? The count of elements is 6. So argv6, which is the 7th element in the array, is null pointer, because we have tested that for being null. So it's pretty simple, and note that these are all strings. Even though I have inputted numbers, these are actually strings because they are printed as percentages. So even if it is double, you supply doubles as argument, you have to use something like a to I or a to f to convert these to numerical values if you want to use them as numbers. And this can be used to supply options to programs. Suppose you want to receive some mandatory options. For example, if a program operates on a particular file and then you want the file name to be an argument, then you can keep a check if argc less than 2. So one of the arguments would be your program name itself, and second is the file path you expect. And if the file path is not specified, you can say that okay, I need file path as an argument, so you must provide it, and then you exit with a failure return code. So that's it for this video in argc case. Next we will take up var args, or let's not take var args now. Let's do file IO. Once we are done with file IO and bit manipulation, we'll take var args. Thanks for watching the video. Happy programming.